Will you change mine to over easy?
I already did. It's a $5 scratch fee, though.
Okay. Boy, this tab is adding up.
Adding up fast. You don't even know. Wait till I
Thanks,
get it.
Jamie. I think that went well.
Breakfast and a show. I love it, cheers. Good morning.
Welcome to The Local Connection, the show that couples a passion for travel with the best of local food and fun. Call it a shortcut for turning your time away into a time to remember.
Here we go.
Let's get started. Big Bear, California, long known as a destination for snowboarders and skiers. But if you haven't been to Big Bear lately, you're in for a surprise.
Skiing isn't for everyone, but you can still get a dose of adrenaline.
We're going to go check out the tubing here.
You like speed, right? Kathleen, I'll help.
Yeah, you want me to go first?
Yeah, ladies first.
I'm not falling for that.
It's the first rule of the mountain. Is it faster face first?
I believe so, yes, from my experience.
We're doing it.
Fair enough.
I'm right behind you! I want to do it again.
And again, and again, and again.
How was it? Give me a high five.
And if that's not enough adventure for you,
Shall we do the soaring eagle?
I'm ready.
2 seatbelts, so you know it's going to be a good time.
And then you're gonna come flying down, just like an eagle.
She was great until the flying down part.
Yeah, exactly. Why'd you emphasize that?
Oh. It's fun if you look down. Whoa. Okay, that's fast. Okay. Oh my God. Oh man, that is awesome. We do it again.
But if you're really looking to get aggressive, we've got just the thrill for you.
Now that we've got some mud, some slush, a little bit of snow, you want to hit the backcountry. Tell us what you do in these Jeeps.
With us, you get to drive our Jeeps, and you're following our guides on the trail.
What you're saying is you're putting my life in his hands because he's driving.
You sure this is legal?
Yeah, I don't know how, but it is.
Well, let's hit it.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Chris, how you guys doing back there?
I hear from Chris is great.
this is a side of Big Bear not many see, as rugged as it is beautiful, all while learning how to four-wheel it like a pro.
Right in the center, you guys are looking great. There you go, looks like we have a future guide in training. There we go.
Oh, and the final obstacle is the one that gave this route its appropriately titled name, the Squeeze.
That's perfect right there. Let's go hair driver, just a hair driver. There you go, that's great. Hold that line.
I'm just kidding, guys. You're doing perfect. Keep going slow and easy like you are.
mean.
A little bit more towards passenger. There we go.
Feeling a little hungry? The village of Big Bear Lake is the place to be. Its tree-lined streets creates a feeling that is far from what you would expect to find in Southern California. A feeling that carries over to the local eateries.
There's something about being at 6,000 feet makes that sweet tooth even want more sweets. I've been eyeing this for quite some time. A homemade marshmallow, freshly toasted. When you come in here, it just smells like melted chocolate, ooey gooey marshmallow. Wow. Okay, you never had a marshmallow like that before. Look how soft that thing is. You have the chocolate all over it. After a day of being out there, you're gonna be so happy to be in here and taste some of these wonderful treats. This is the place the kids are gonna love because they're eating fresh marshmallow dessert. Mom is going to love because she's gonna find that local wildflower honey that she could use at home. Grandma's gonna enjoy because they have really beautiful boutique shop with gorgeous aprons. And Dad's gonna be happy because he can have as much chocolate cake as he wants. We're having lunch at the spot in Big Bear that has the best view. I can see the lake, I can see the mountains. This is a really unique location. Right. I like that as soon as you step through the door here, you feel like a local. That's how you treat people.
Yeah, we definitely try to keep the environment that way.
Well, I love what I've got here, which is, talk me through this here.
This is the Naughty Burger. It's a half-pound beef burger with bacon, brioche bun.
Avocado to make me not feel guilty.
Avocado, exactly.
Right, exactly. It's healthy.
That is our signature hamburger right there, the Naughty Burger.
That's a commitment.
Yes,
You
it
eat
is.
that, and that's your meal for the day.
Yeah, it's a very hearty meal, that's for sure.
You're not going to go back up the slope. You're going to take a nap first. This is beautiful.
And if breakfast is more your thing, then the Grizzly Manor Cafe is a must-do. It is a local institution where the only thing bigger than the portions is the attitude.
You geezers ready?
And trust us when we say no one is immune.
I'll take the blob. If
The blob. No, girls first. You can't order before her.
I'm gonna go with the caption.
She's still asking questions. She's allowed one more.
It's known for its portions.
Yeah.
Have you been here before? No,
Yeah.
that's nothing.
That's
nothing.
that's something.
No, it's nothing.
Tell me about the lines you've seen here again. What do you make of it?
We'll have 2 or 3 feet of snow out here, and there'll be 25 or 30 people waiting an hour and a half to 2 hours to get in there. Yeah.
Spread the blob.
That's me.
I got a blob. There you go. There you go. Enjoy your breakfast.
Well, it is a blob, Kathleen. It's a delicious blob.
That is a mashup of, what do you have going there? Potatoes?
It's like they took the burrito without the tortilla.
This pancake is insanely good. Jamie, I have to ask you about these pancakes. They are the best I've ever tasted. What's the secret here?
The secret is love. The cook loves to cook.
What keeps everybody coming back for more?
Masochism.
Part of the local charm of Big Bear is knowing the right place to call home for the night. If you're with the entire family, perhaps a warm and comfy cabin might be the place for you.
So here in Big Bear, we have about 350 different rental properties, anything from small, tiny cabins all the way up to luxury homes such as the one that we're in.
And if romance is on your mind, then Big Bear's got a unique place you won't find anywhere else.
Who comes here?
Couples, it's a couples retreat.
When you look around, it's better than a Hollywood set. There's a Disney aspect. Can I say that?
Absolutely. Absolutely, that was the intention.
I mean, you look the little goblet on the table that the king and queen sit at, everything is just perfect and delightful.
Well, the intention is to give the couple the feeling that they're actually immersed in their fairy tale.
What's fun about being in an immersive setting like this?
You know, particularly today, the world is kind of intense. So I think that just being able to escape into a world that's literally of your own creation, being whoever, whatever you want to be for a little while is a nice escape.
Your role here is?
A fairy queen.
Mm-hmm. Making wishes come true?
Absolutely.
Ask anyone who lives in Big Bear what makes it so special, and they'll tell you it's the town's deep ties to California's history. And to discover it, you don't have to look very far.
We're standing in the middle of what once was a town with one building left standing. So where are we?
We're actually in Holcomb Valley right now. This is where our original gold rush town of Belleville used to exist here in Big Bear.
Now, you would think the people panning and mining for gold would be the richest people, but that wasn't the case.
Now, this gold rush was like a lot of other gold rushes. The real money was in the picks and shovels.
The miners were living in canvas tents, but the guy selling the picks and shovels had a house.
You got it right there. The town was rough back then. People were struggling. They were digging holes in the ground and trying to find gold in the ground. And so the sheriff out here, he drew the line at a couple spots. You can't steal a man's horse, and you can't take a man's life, because taking a man's horse is just like taking his life. So if you take his life, take his horse, they would take you to the hangman tree.
There's a couple branches missing from the tree.
They wanted to make sure that every person that was hung from that tree got a nice fresh branch. So when they would do a hanging, they would actually cut the branch down to get the body down to make sure the next person got a nice fresh branch.
Very courteous.
Yeah.
And frontier justice wasn't confined just to the backcountry. It found its way into the most unlikely of places.
You also have a touch of famousness here, not a celebrity, but a ghost?
Oh, yes, George, the ghost. He was the accountant, or as I call him, the bookie, at the time of the gambling. And he was unfortunately accused of embezzlement and subsequently found shot to death at his home. And they were not able to determine if it was self-inflicted or murder.
What does he do?
We've had our 3 bottles of Crown Royal explode in the bar, 3 different occasions. You know, it always seems to be a dark figure, you know, off to a side. I have to admit, though, one time I was taking a family upstairs to when we were not opened upstairs for business, and just to show them around. And as we got to the top of the stairs, the gentleman said, "Oh, I just saw an orb go behind this wall." Well, behind that wall was my office. And so I didn't go back in the office that night, I have to admit. There's just too many things that are unexplainable that happen.
Ghosts aren't the only spirits to roam Big Bear after dark. Recent progress has allowed the nightlife in town to erupt with an energy all its own.
So Tony, tell us your specialty here. What are you famous for?
I make a great flaming Mai Tai.
Let's go.
All right.
Growing up here, you've seen this place up and down, up and down.
Yes, sir.
How's it doing now?
Booming. I feel like the economy's booming. People are coming up more often. And just a younger crowd. Young people from 20 to 30 years old coming up, and a little more.
And upscale, too. I mean, this is
upscale,
the nicest, newest thing here.
And in the village, if you take a look at the village 10 years ago to now, the restaurants are a lot nicer. I mean, this place is amazing.
So you're making fewer Rob Roys and more flaming Mai Tais.
Yeah, more flaming Mai Tais.
Nice.
Pinky out. That's nice.
Is that good?
Suddenly I feel warmer. It's like a little fireplace.
And what goes best with a few cocktails? Karaoke, of course.
The ladies looked, everyone in our group looked at me a little funny when I said, let's go down the alley.
That's just what it is. Everybody knows Marie's is right around the corner and kind of a little off the beaten path.
This is the local spot, but the locals welcome people here.
Oh, absolutely. All the time. Yeah, absolutely. We like them when they bring up their wallets with them in the wintertime, you know. We love our Flatlanders, as we call you guys.
How's that work? Locals and visitors, you know, mingling in one place.
Absolutely. It works very well. But it's a fun atmosphere here at Marie's all the time.
Easy come, go, easy go.
They've been doing karaoke here for over 30 years.
Yeah, karaoke can be intimidating, but I see you up here helping everybody out.
I gotta be honest, karaoke's making sure everybody in there has a good time, you know? And
what's the technique? How do you get a reluctant person to step up?
I pick on them.
Oh.
I pick on them a little bit, so it's a fun little thing to do, man.
The same can be said true of this area. Once you become a mountain person.
You like Big Bear. Big Bear, it grows on you, you know?
And we can't agree more. Big Bear does grow on you. And when you visit, you get a feeling that you really are a part of the community. Big Bear is a town steeped in a rich history where there is truly something for everyone. From the great outdoors to the great indoors, you're always made to feel welcome. Big Bear has a way of leaving its mark on all who visit. And all who visit, take a piece of Big Bear with them when they leave. That's the local connection.